Journalism.
9:54 exactly, and we're into the final interview of the morning. Now, the long-standing issue of rubbish collection appears to be wreaking havoc on the Italian city of Rome. And to keep a lid on it, the authorities have asked Rome citizens to use less wrapping paper on their gifts this Christmas, or not use wrapping paper at all. And it may sound a bit frivolous, but it's not. Just imagine if every person is buying a gift and gift wrapping it, how much of waste they are creating it. So let's move from Rome to South Africa. And let's look at our situation here. While South Africans use about 3.5 million tons of packaging each year, but also recycle almost 50% of the packaging. We're talking plastics particularly. We certainly could do with reducing it, whether as manufacturers, retailers, and consumers. To talk to us about this, the wastage, wrapping paper, plastic wrapping, and food wastage is Sasekani Khosa, who is an environmental activist. A very good morning to you. Welcome to
Morning, Johnny. Morning. And thank you, Salamide, for having me this lovely morning.
Thank you very much for your valuable time. A huge problem, is it not, for us here in South Africa, and I guess for people all around the world. We do know that single-use plastic harms our landscapes, our freshwater catchments, oceans, the animals that live in it. And because of this, calls have been made to ban or adopt plastic-free months. How viable is this call to be more just more respectful in the way we use and reuse plastic and how we get rid of it?
Thank you very much. Oh, this is a very a great call, and it's very important to environmental protection, because you'll bear with me that it is not only just the pollution being caused by the plastic and the wraps, but only when it comes to climate change. You bear with me that it is not complicated. I'll try to explain that when the plastic is manufactured, the fossil fuels, oil and gas, I can say, the resources that manufactures the plastic. So it affects mostly even the climate change. So the call is a huge one, it's a great one to the environmental benefit.
So that's the one issue, the plastic, and possibly cold drink cans and bottles, etc. But as South Africans, we are also throwing away about 12 million tons of food waste a year. And this is very, very problematic because in our country, there's an estimated 13 million people that routinely experience hunger. How do we create a balance? How do we cut out on, not wasting the food and for it rather to go to all of these hungry people?
On the issue of food wastage, it's very frustrating when you always hear or read in papers that all which percentage that you have just mentioned is being lost, while 44.4% of South African people currently are living at the amount of 350 given by the department, by the government centrally. So it's embarrassing, because when you go to schools, basic education and higher education, you'll find that the food that's being wasted there can at least be given on that is being wasted on a daily basis, can at least be given to the shelters, or the schools can be guided to, we have to buy a limited And those who are working there as cooking those food, they will have to cook the limited on a daily basis because on the higher level, on the higher or tertiary, I can say the the students that we're supposed to be guiding us to, we have to stop wasting food. We find that on the trash bins, it's food. Food dominates the sectors there. So also on the market, those who are supplying food, I think we need to consider them also because most of the wasted food comes from the unplanned strategies of the supplies from our main suppliers. So it's like a pandemic. We are having a very big problem on the wastage because even if when it comes to households, when you go out on the rocks, on the trash bin, you find that it's garbage. So I think these people need awareness about this.
Look, there's been a lot of awareness campaigns over the years. In a simple, simply put, how do you think we can get very strong messages across to the people in terms of food wastage and plastic and other waste?
I didn't hear from the beginning.
In terms of getting the right messages across to the South African public, what do we say to them to be conscious about food wastage and plastic wastage?
I think you're asking about passing the message to the citizens. All right. I think this can be very simple if those who are in leadership can stop being greedy. We you can bear with me. We are having a whole lot of activities out there, also social and environmental activities. But they are some of them are losing hope because our leadership is not trying to meet them halfway. But there are active organizations out there and there are activists who are willing to take on the challenges in this country with or without them. So I think for the government to reach out and then for the activists also with say bigger organization, NGOs, they can at least meet halfway with the activists who are on the ground and then they sit down and discuss as to how we are going to be passing the information to the civilians. Because you can bear with me, it can be part of environmental awareness, it can be part of waste management awareness. But the strategy is needed as to how do we approach the matter again. So the answer is we gather the active organizations and the activists, they go to workshops and they go out there and pass the message. So I think.
All right, let's leave it there. It's a huge, huge problem. And I think we really need to put our heads together to try and get over it. Food and plastic wastage, we have to think long and hard about it. Maybe it starts with each and every individual, you and I, then in our homes, then with the children at schools, and so the messages will get across. Thank you indeed for being with us on the show this morning. It is 3 after 10 o'clock, and till tomorrow morning at the same time. Please, 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 social distance. Sanitize and mask up, take care on the roads, and very especially for people that are already on holiday or going on holiday, keep an eye on the little ones, whether it's in the malls, whether it's at the poolside, whether it's at the beach. Please don't take your eyes off the little ones. They need to be kept safe. Till tomorrow morning at the same time, as always, a big thank you to the producers, Nasreen and Milazi Boy. Assalamu alaikum and Khuda Hafiz from me, Julie Ali.
Breaking stereotypes, moving